Welcome to another How Good Is. Today we're going to take a look at the news. Just one quick little thing to talk about because I'm not going to make an entire news video about this. The new raid event that leads into the next anniversary is going to happen on the 17th of August, where apparently you fight familiars in something and then you gain items and you use those items and then you fight against bosses, and hopefully it's multiplayer because raid events are supposed to be multiplayer. Hopefully they haven't really said much about this, so I'm not gonna make a video just about this one, so go to the Discord and talk to people there. Moving on to the actual highlight of today, it's Satori Kagome, the Touhou version. So she's out there hunting yokai, and well, she's a forest type. She's maybe the second forest type this year that could actually be like good, and she might also just be the second forest type this year because forest gets basically no Megoka. But hey, she's the second forest type now, so maybe she's actually going to make an impact on the meta. Maybe not. Maybe it's just another Kimochi unit. So she's a Magia unit with 2 Exalis, 2 Blast Discs. Her personal gives her 25% attack up, which is pretty good. That's a pretty nice number to have on the attack up. And she also regenerates MP, which is only the second Memoria in the entire game that passively regenerates MP. The other one being a bonus for getting the second soundtrack disc for Magia Record. That gave you also Memoria that regenerated passively MP every turn. But yeah, this one's pretty good. If you don't have another 4-star Memoria that gives both attack or damage up, as well as some sort of excel up, like the Naruto Memoria for example, then this would actually be pretty good. So yeah, nothing much to add there. Really nice Memoria to actually have there, in case you don't have any great 4-star Memoria for MP gain and damage. So the Connect does a bunch of attack up. Surprised that's not 40% because usually they all are 40%, but this time they said no, 42.5%. Doesn't make a difference basically. But the more important part for this one, since basically every Connect does attack up or damage up, is that it curses and stuns on attack. Doesn't matter. Next up we have the Doppel, rather in this case Magia 2. It's random damage against 5 enemies, but it's attribute strengthened, so already we're seeing, oh, maybe you could use this against the Kimochi, and it's like a damage dealer, right? It also buffs the entire party with damage increase, forest attack up, buffs self with Magia damage up. It also gives everyone an aiming shield, which doesn't matter that much, and it also regenerates some MP for self. So you buff the entire party, you buff yourself a little bit. So this seems like a pretty good fucking Doppel for someone who wants to spam their Doppel really fast while also increasing the output of themselves and the entire party. Is that going to be useful in 100 Evils? A little. It's going to be useful in Kimochi? Well, of course it's really good for Kimochi. It's attribute strength from damage, it's elemental damage, elemental attack up. Of course it's great for Kimochi. And you get to cycle through it really fast. And the Spirit Enhancement sort of improves about all of that, where you get additional Doppel damage node, additional Magia damage nodes that other characters don't have. You have MP up nodes in there that other characters don't have. What else do we have? We have MP gauge increase on battle start. And then we also have some more ailments, because we already had a bunch of ailments. How bunch more ailments? Curse on attack, stun on attack. Wow. Doesn't matter, really. It might matter a little bit for the Kimochi, okay? For the Kimochi, it will matter a little bit, okay? To apply more ailments, because the Kimochi, where you play your force characters, I think that is the one that applies itself with Frailty, and Frailty makes the Kimochi take more damage the more ailments it has on it. So this is specifically for ailment, specifically for the ailment Kimochi. For anything else, doesn't really matter that much. And then you also buff yourself with force attack up and even more MP gain up, so tons of MP gain up, tons of damage, specifically for Magia and Doppel. Great. And then you have your active, which is just more ailments. Yay, more ailments. Whoop-de-doo, more ailments. Wow. Keep in mind that she herself doesn't actually take any, doesn't get any bonuses for enemies having ailments on them. She doesn't apply Frailty to enemies. She doesn't get Addict Killer. She doesn't buff anyone else with Addict Killer. So she doesn't actually do anything more specifically with ailments. So keep that in mind when you play her in a team that you probably still want added killer from some other source, like some other forest characters that might have been released recently that actually had added killer. Maybe not forest, but like even void characters that had added killer recently. Maybe we don't know. Probably not though. So overall, we have a character that seems to be tailor-made for Kimochi. Of course, it is another Kimochi character with added strength and damage, with buffing the entire party, with more damage, with elemental attack up, always that elemental attack up in there. And then on top of that, you have her herself, buffing herself, making herself cycle through doppels. And I guess you have a little bit of ailments here and there, even though the ailments don't actually matter that much, and a whole bunch of MP bonuses. So yeah, pretty good for Kimochi. She might be part of the Kimochi super duper team. Maybe she isn't. I don't know. I'm not playing in the top 10 Kimochi, and outside of top 10 Kimochi, you can mix and match a little anyway. Like, it doesn't really matter if you're playing the best character or the second best character in your team when it comes to Kimochi, unless you're really just trying to get like a top 10 world global score. And I know that all the people watching this right now, they don't need me telling them how to play the game if they're capable of getting a top 10 global score. So yeah, she's good for Kimochi. Is she good in 100 evils? Yeah, kind of a little. Of course, you have to play kind of a forest team, because otherwise your forest attribute attack up are going to get to waste, and your aimants. It's usually forest characters that have added killer as an effect. Added killer is the effect that makes it do bonus damage to enemies afflicted with status ailments. It's usually forest characters that have that, and if you don't have forest characters, no one probably has added killer, so you don't even deal that much bonus damage from ailment. So generally you use this on like a forest team, usually Kimochi, maybe on the witch extermination battles. If there are some at some point, again, you might see her get some use there, but overall, it's just okay, it's just some Kimochi unit. And the next unit that gets released is the anniversary unit, who gets released alongside all the anniversary gachas. We get to roll for any character in the game apart from the new ones that has ever been released. So why the fuck would you roll for Kagome? Because she's cute. Okay, that's all the reason you need. Next up we have the Memoria. The Memoria is basically just a 25% attack Memoria that also gives a bunch of ailment chances on attack. Doesn't fucking matter, this one's bad. But that was that. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, and I'll see you guys next time.